Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, third graders. My name is Mrs. Nixon. I am so excited to be here to support you as you become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. This morning I was checking out one of my favorite books. This one's called The Stinky Truth, or I should say Little Lies, The Stinky Truth. And if you love comic books, if you're into this genre, I'm telling you, this one looks really hilarious. It even has a little sticker on here that says, scratch and sniff here, with a little asterisk that says, this might be a lie. So now, I don't know if I should scratch and sniff it because do you think they're trying to trick me? If you want to find out some really funny things about telling the truth and maybe some little bit of a lie in there and laughing, then you would want to check a book like this out. Now, there's several ways you can do that. You can check it out through your local county library, or in Fresno Unified, you can check out the book on the app called Sora. Now, I have a couple of things that I want to talk about before we start today. I also want to say that we have these really fun activity books. Now, if you see that address that pops up on the screen right below me, all you need to do is send me a letter and I will put one of these in the mail for you. Don't forget to include your address so I know where to send it. You could let me know maybe a book that you're reading and I'll make sure that I share it here on the air. All right, so third grade, I've got 3 things that we're going to go through today. We're going to talk about some prefixes and suffixes. We're going to look at open syllables, and then we're going to finish off a little comprehension with some homophones. I know we've talked about those in the past. Are you ready to start? Okay, let's begin by looking at those high-frequency words, those words we see often in reading and writing, and you guys know that drill. If you see one up here that you think to yourself, you know, I don't know if I remember how to spell that, jot it down, put it on a Post-it note while you're brushing your teeth, practice it. By the end of the week, you'll have it. Okay, let's go through and let's read them together. Here we go. Full, from, gave, funny, get, give, go, goes, good, and going. All right, so today we're going to look at full, F-U-L-L, and from, F-R-O-M. Help me put them in a couple of sentences today. Who did you receive a letter and my stomach feels very after lunch. I don't know about you, but my stomach definitely feels very full after lunch. So does from go at the end? Let's look. Who did you receive a letter from? Oh, that makes sense. Who was it from? Excellent. All right, so let's go through. We're going to switch gears. I want to talk about prefixes and suffixes. Now, we've been practicing the last few weeks all about prefixes, all about suffixes, and this week we're going to put them together and we're going to play with them and kind of make up some words today because I have not all, but I have several up here to choose from. Okay, so you're going to see this week we're going to review a couple of prefixes, re and un. Remember, re means again and un means not. And then if I jump all the way over here, I'm going to talk about the suffixes. Now, we've got ly, which means in a certain way. Full means full of, and able means capable or able to. Okay, so remember our base words. We kind of talk about this every single week too when we're talking about prefixes and suffixes. Our base words are just that. They're a base word. They stand all by themselves and have their own meaning. But we can add a prefix, a suffix, or both and change the meaning of the word. So let's look right here. We have the word important. If I take the prefix un and put it in front of important, what happens to my word? What does this word, unimportant, mean? That's right, un means not, so it really means it's not important. And I would say it's unimportant. All right, great. How about this one? If I have the word fair, usually we think about things that are fair, they're equal or the same, okay? But what if I put un in front of it? Now, is it still fair? No, now it's not fair. It's not fair. Now, what if, I want to just make this a little bit, change this up just a little bit more. What if I was going to tell you how it was done, how somebody played a game, and maybe they played very unfairly, okay? They played unfairly. It tells us how they did it. And let's do one last one just to kind of practice a little bit more. So fill, if I'm thinking about filling up a cup, if I'm able to fill that up, I could say it's a fillable cup, right? My cup is fillable. Now there's a couple of different things. I could say it's an unfillable cup, which means it's not, or I can put re in front of it and look at this, refillable. So that means that it can be filled again and again, right? So playing with our prefixes and suffixes and building our words and changing them helps us with our vocabulary, helps us when we're reading. And so this is something that you could do at home by cutting up little parts of your words and putting them together. Okay, I'm going to switch gears just a little bit, and we're going to talk about some syllable types. Now, I have this poster. We've talked about it all year long. We talked about closed syllables a couple of weeks ago. Now we're going to talk about open syllables. And so just to remind ourselves what an open syllable is, it's going to make that long vowel sound. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples on how to do that. So let's go through and let's look at that. Okay, I need a pen. All right, so let's look right here. Here's the word human. Now, if I didn't know that, remember what we always do with when we're looking for syllables, we're always looking for the vowels. What's a vowel? A-E-I-O-U. Good. Okay, so find our vowels, mark them. Now, this time there's only one consonant in between. And so the place that we want to divide, because each syllable has one vowel sound. So we know that there are two syllables. We're just deciding where do we split it. We always split it right after that first vowel, right before that consonant. There we go. Couldn't think of the word. So we're going to have a long vowel sound. So hue, man. All right. We've got two consonants there, or two syllables. Let's do it again. Find those vowels, A-E-I-O-U. We've got E and A. So we're going to say these are vowels. I'm going to mark them with vowels. I've got one consonant. I'm going to split it right before that consonant. So I've got legal, legal. Got that long vowel sound. Excellent. Okay. I'm going to show us, because we've got some opportunities here that we can kind of practice it. So this is what it's going to look like when we go through, and if we had it on kind of like a worksheet, if your teacher is asking you to do it. So what this particular part is here at the top that's asking you to do, you're going to read each word in bold, and it says circle the answer that shows the word correctly divided into syllables. Okay, so let's look at this first one. It says open. Now, do you remember what we said? We're looking for the vowels. I'm going to mark it right here just so I can see it. So I can say, okay, those are my two vowels, and I want to mark right before my consonant right there. Okay, do we see it? Yes, we do. Open right there. Okay, let's do one more. So I'm looking for my vowels, A-E-I-O-U. Here's my vowel, here's my vowel, here's my consonant. I'm going to mark right in front of it. So which one is divided correctly? P-O-L, no, that's not it. P-O, yes. Polar, good, right there. Awesome job. All right, let's do one more. Looking for my vowels, A and O. Here's my consonant. I would divide it right after my vowel, right before my consonant. I'm going to mark them so we can see them. So which one is showing us the correct way to do that? Right here. Good. Favor. Favor. Okay. Let's switch gears just a little bit and talk about those prefixes and suffixes. Now, here it's telling us add the prefix or the suffix to the root word and write that new word. So let's go through and let's do it. So we have un and zip. What's our new word? You got it. Unzip. And we're just going to put it all together. Great. How about re and write? What would that be? You got it. Rewrite. That means we're going to write it again, right? How about sad and lee? Yes, we just put it all together. Sadly. Last one, care and full. We have the word careful. So we're full of care, right? Nice job, third grade. Okay, let's wrap up today. We're going to talk about homophones. Do you remember we've talked about homophones before? Do you remember what they are? You put in your hand like this? Yeah, because it has to do with sounds. Homophones are talking about words that sound the same, okay? They're not spelled the same, they don't look the same, but they sound the same. So here's an example today. All right, here's my sentence. The introduction of the T model helped to end the reign of the electric car. Okay, so I've got this word right here, reign, underlined. That looks funny, right? What reign are you thinking of? Are you thinking of R-A-I-N, reign? Okay, so what does this reign, R-E-I-G-N? That's a homophone. So let's look here. I've got two different definitions that we can look at. We can look at water that falls and drops from clouds. Which rain is that? You got it, R-A-I-N. So what does R-E-I-G-N mean? Let's read it. A period in which a person or thing is dominant. Dominant. So what was dominant in this time period? You got it. So before the Model Ts, there were electric cars. Did you know that? Oh my goodness. Amazing. So third grade, we have done a lot today. We've practiced our prefixes, our suffixes. We've looked at some open syllables, and then we finished up practicing a little bit with homophones. You got it. So today as you're reading, try looking for all of these. Play with some of your words because that's going to help you with your vocabulary. So thanks for hanging out with me today as you're getting ready for school. Remember, you are responsible for your learning success. So listen, ask questions, and share your ideas because together we can do so much more. I can't wait to see you back here at PBS tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.
Morning to a brand new day, time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun, learning is good for everyone.